Diving in 4.2 is one of the most misunderstood mechanics in 4.2 other than stamina. This issue is not just from beginners, but also from the best players in the game. In this video, I will tell you what they do wrong and how to do it the right way. This first circle in here, the smallest circle, is to showcase what your dive will be instantaneously, just if you hit dive, not the moving out motion that you'll see in game, just the normal dive. If you instantly hit the button, this is what you're going to receive. If you dive outwards without using any stamina, it'll move to that point. And this outer circle is using your whole stamina bar to go out. It'll be around that end point. This exercise is a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but in game it's going to help with accuracy, because if you're moving normally, you have free movement. You won't have to worry about going in one exact direction, which is what your dive does. Your dive, if you're trying to go for that corner, you have so much room that you could miss by going backwards accidentally or going sideways accidentally, and you're just trying to hit this point. Don't let that error get in your way inside of 4.2, because you could miss it by doing that, or you could miss it by doing that. Just don't dive like that. It's bad. If you move towards the ball, then do it. It's just gonna look like this. And this way, you don't even have to be as accurate, because you just move towards the direction the ball's going to go, then you dive. There's just less room between you and the ball. So this effect of the circle, where the farther point out, the less accurate you are, it's not going to take as much of an effect. Another thing to preface, if you're trying to dive for the corner and you're too far up, which the dive hitbox, it's not very tall. It's about the size of your legs. If your normal box is up about right here, 3-3, 3 up, 3 out, this is where your hitbox is. If the ball hits there, it goes right over the hitbox. So if you dive right here, you're gonna miss the ball. The hitbox isn't very tall, so move towards the ball, then dive, because if you just try to dive, there's a lot of room for error, especially when it comes to forward, that people don't account for. Also, when people are receiving on longs, which in 5.1 they go from the center out, and in 4.2, which is traditional volleyball, they stand 3 up, 3 out in 4.2. In this case, I'll do 5.1 just to showcase this. If you're diving out towards that corner, if you're in the middle, you're not going to get this. This is kind of an over-exaggeration because there won't be as much room, but it still shares the same principle. But if you try to dive for this, you're not going to hit this. I'll dive early to showcase this once the bot resets. But see, there's so much room in between me and the ball if I just dive for that, and there's so much drag time to where I have to dive early just to hit the ball. Instead of doing that, move towards the ball, then dive, and it'll look like this. This way, you have more area covered, and while you still can miss like I just did, you can actually get this ball. It's farther, it's more controlled, there's less delay because of the movement in between the start of the dive and the end of the dive. And you could potentially receive the whole court doing this, while if you use dive, you'll be less accurate and you can't receive the whole court. It's kind of an over-exaggeration from a real game, but it shares the same principle, that if you are diving to a point, there's going to be drag time to get to that area, up to 1/3 of a second. And if you just move then dive, the time that drag affects you is going to be way less. Plus, you're able to cover a lot more area if you just step towards it. And it's going to be less accurate, because the point at which you dive, you're going off of normal movement, which overall is just going to be more accurate because it's more controlled than just a dive. dive will just be instantly one direction, while movement, you can move back, forth, then dive. It increases your movement by like tenfold. Just some things to note. Stop just diving instantly for it. Just move then dive. It'll make your games a lot more consistent, and it will turn your rec accuracy from maybe 60% to 80%. Once I learned this, I started 1v1ing people and beating them by double. Just one thing to note, I'll be making more videos in the future about stamina usage, how to rec in longs, how to rec in shorts, and many more videos to come. And if you're trying to get some personal coaching from me, you can add me on Discord. This is my Discord username. If you friend me, I'll just friend you back. You can type out what you want. I have a friend server who, what he does is just train people inside that server. It's called Basic Training. If you want to be added to that server, just ask me, and I'll ask him to try to add you and get that process underway. For now though, this is Nico from Ashina, and have a good one.